Tylenol, Advil, or aspirin. Safest pain relief for adults. Over 50, doctor-backed guide. If you're over 50, this might shock you. The same pill that helped you after a sprained ankle in your 20 seconds could now be silently damaging your liver, your kidneys, or even your heart. Millions of older adults take painkillers every single day without knowing the hidden risks. And here's the twist. Choosing between Tylenol, Advil, or aspirin isn't just about pain relief. It's about protecting your future health. So today we're diving deep into what's safest for you, backed by medical experts, real studies, and practical tips you can start using immediately. And stay with me until the very end, because I'll share a little-known, doctor-approved alternative that could keep you pain-free without relying on pills at all. This video will help you understand the differences between Tylenol, Advil, and aspirin, how they work in your body, their hidden dangers, and how to use them as safely as possible after age 50. And here's the question most doctors wish their patients would ask, but rarely do. What if the safest painkiller isn't even a pill? We'll get to that soon. I know you just want to enjoy your day without pain holding you back. Whether it's aching knees from arthritis, a stiff back from gardening, or that stubborn headache that just won't quit, pain can make even simple joys feel exhausting. I've spoken with many people in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s who tell me the same thing. They want relief, but they're tired of wondering if their medicine is doing more harm than good. If that sounds like you, you're in the right place. Before we dive in, tell me in the comments, what's your age and where are you watching from? If you're serious about protecting your health for the long run, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss our weekly science-based health tips for living stronger and longer. Before you take your next dose, let's uncover the truth about these common painkillers, because the safest choice for a 30-year-old may be completely different for someone over 50. What to know about acetaminophen, Tylenol. Acetaminophen, better known as Tylenol, is in more than 600 different medicines. That's right, cough syrup, cold medicine, even some prescription drugs. But here's the catch. It's one of the leading causes of sudden liver failure in the United States. According to Dr. Ann Larson, a liver specialist at the University of Washington, even small amounts above the recommended daily limit can cause severe liver injury, especially in older adults whose bodies process drugs more slowly. Think of your liver like a water filter. Over the years, it's been working nonstop, filtering everything from wine to medication to processed foods. By the time you're in your 60s, that filter isn't as quick or efficient. Overloading it with too much acetaminophen is like pouring thick mud into a filter already worn down from decades of work. The general safe limit for healthy adults is 3,000 milligrams per day, but for many older adults, especially if you drink alcohol or have liver disease, it should be lower. Acetaminophen doesn't cause stomach bleeding like some painkillers, which makes it gentler on the stomach, but that doesn't mean it's risk-free. We'll compare this to Advil in just a moment, and you might be surprised which one is more dangerous for your heart. What to know about NSAIDs, such as ibuprofen, Advil. If Tylenol can harm the liver, Advil's danger zone is your stomach, kidneys, and even your heart. And here's why. NSAIDs, or nonsteroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, reduce pain by blocking enzymes called KOX1 and KOX2. These enzymes produce prostaglandins, chemicals that cause inflammation and pain. Sounds great, right? The problem is prostaglandins also protect your stomach lining and keep your kidneys functioning well. Dr. Michael Steinman, a geriatrician at the University of California, warns, in older adults, NSAIDs can trigger bleeding ulcers, worsen high blood pressure, and in some cases, even cause kidney failure. If you've ever taken Advil on an empty stomach and felt that gnawing pain or burning, that's your body telling you something's wrong. Over time, even with food, the risk builds up, especially if you're over 65 or take blood pressure medication. NSAIDs like ibuprofen should be used at the lowest effective dose for the shortest possible time. Long-term use should always be discussed with your doctor, especially if you have kidney problems, heart disease, or a history of ulcers. But wait, what about Aleve, the cousin of Advil? And how does either compare to Tylenol for older adults? That's where it gets interesting. Tylenol versus Advil or Aleve. If Tylenol can harm your liver and Advil can damage your stomach and kidneys, which is the lesser evil? The answer depends on your health history, and it's not as simple as you think. According to Dr. Sharon Brangman, chair of geriatrics at SUNY Upstate Medical University, the safest pain reliever is the one that matches your individual risks. For some, Tylenol is best. For others, an NSAID may actually be safer, but only for short-term use. Tylenol, acetaminophen, is usually preferred for people with heart problems, high blood pressure, or a history of stomach ulcers, but it must be kept well below the maximum daily dose to avoid liver damage. Advil or Aleve, ibuprofen or naproxen, may work better for inflammation-based pain, like arthritis flare-ups, but come with higher gastrointestinal and kidney risks, especially if taken for weeks at a time. Imagine you're deciding between two cars. One has a cracked windshield, liver risk. The other has worn-out brakes, stomach, kidney risk. You wouldn't pick one without checking the rest of the car, and the same goes for your medicine. You have to look at your whole health picture. And then there's aspirin, a medicine so common that some people still take it daily for the heart, not knowing the new warnings from major heart organizations. Let's clear that up next. What to know about aspirin? Aspirin is the grandparent of modern painkillers, and for decades it was recommended for daily use to prevent heart attacks. But here's the surprising news. Experts now say that for many older adults, the risks outweigh the benefits. The U.S. Preventive Services Task Force in 2022 updated its guidelines, advising that people over 60 without a history of heart disease should not start daily aspirin to prevent heart attacks or strokes, because the risk of dangerous bleeding, especially in the stomach or brain, can outweigh the benefits. For someone in their 70s, that daily aspirin could be doing more harm than good, even if it's been a habit for years. But this is important. If your doctor has prescribed aspirin for a specific reason, you should never stop without medical advice. For occasional pain, aspirin can still be effective, but like NSAIDs, it can irritate the stomach lining and increase bleeding risk. People on blood thinners or with a history of ulcers should be especially cautious. Now here's where things take a turn, because the safest way to ease pain for older adults may not be something you swallow at all. Why topical OTC painkillers are a good option. What if you could relieve pain without stressing your liver, stomach, or kidneys? That's the magic of topical painkillers. These come as creams, gels, patches, or sprays, and deliver medicine directly to the sore area. Instead of circulating through your entire body, the active ingredient works right where you apply it, meaning fewer systemic side effects. Dr. Elizabeth Landsverk, a geriatrician and author of Living in the Moment, says, for many older adults, topical NSAIDs are just as effective for joint pain as oral NSAIDs without the stomach and kidney risks. Diclofenac gel, like Voltaren for arthritis pain, lidocaine patches for nerve pain, capsaicin cream for muscle or joint aches. If you've ever rubbed a sore knee and felt some relief, imagine that, only multiplied by a proven medicine without sending chemicals through your whole system. But pain relief doesn't end with creams or pills. There's an entire category of natural compounds making headlines, and older adults are curious. Are cannabinoids really safe? What to know about cannabinoids? You've probably heard about CBD oil, creams, or capsules, and maybe you've wondered, can they actually help with pain, or is it all hype? Cannabidiol, CBD, a compound from the cannabis plant that doesn't cause a high, has been studied for its potential to reduce chronic pain, inflammation, and anxiety. A 2020 review in Frontiers in Pharmacology found moderate evidence that CBD can help with neuropathic and inflammatory pain, especially when used alongside traditional treatments. Dr. Jordan Teichler, a Harvard-trained physician specializing in cannabinoid medicine, advises, CBD appears safe for most older adults, but quality control is a major issue. Look for third-party tested products. For many older adults, cannabinoids feel less intimidating when used as creams or oils rather than smoked or vaped. But they can interact with medications, especially blood thinners. So always check with your doctor. So with all these options, pills, creams, oils, how do you choose the safest one for you? That's where a few smart rules can make all the difference. Tips on safer use of OTC pain meds. Here's the truth. No painkiller is 100% safe, but you can make them a lot safer with just a few simple habits. Dr. Michael Hochman from the Keck School of Medicine emphasizes older adults are more sensitive to medications, so using the lowest effective dose for the shortest possible time is key. Always read labels. Many cold, flu, and allergy medicines already contain acetaminophen or NSAIDs. Doubling up accidentally is a common cause of overdose. Check your other prescriptions. Blood thinners, certain blood pressure drugs, and even some antidepressants can interact with OTC painkillers. Time your doses carefully. Taking painkillers at the same time every day when not needed can build unnecessary risk. Avoid alcohol when using painkillers. Especially with acetaminophen, alcohol multiplies liver damage risk. Know your personal health risks. If you have kidney disease, avoid NSAIDs. If you have liver problems, limit acetaminophen. If you have bleeding issues, be cautious with aspirin. Think of this as putting on your seatbelt every time you drive. It's a small step that can save your life, even if you've been driving for decades without an accident. But even better than safe medicine is needing less medicine in the first place. And that's where the bigger picture of pain management comes in. Tips for pain management in general. The safest painkiller isn't in your medicine cabinet, it's in your daily habits. Gentle movement. Harvard Health points out that low-impact exercise like walking, swimming, or Tai Chi can strengthen muscles, reduce joint stress, and improve pain tolerance. Mind-body techniques. Mindfulness meditation, as shown in a 2016 JAMA Internal Medicine study, can lower chronic pain perception without drugs. Heat and cold therapy. Simple heating pads or ice packs can reduce inflammation and relax muscles. Balanced diet. Anti-inflammatory foods like salmon, berries, leafy greens, and turmeric have been linked to lower pain scores in arthritis patients. Quality sleep. Poor sleep can heighten pain sensitivity. Prioritizing rest helps your body repair. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. Just replacing one pill a week with a walk, a stretching routine, or a heat wrap can add up to less medication and more control over your health. And now, as promised, here's the bonus tip, the one many doctors quietly recommend but rarely make headlines. Bonus tip. Your body has its own natural painkillers, and you can switch them on without a prescription. Laughter, sunlight, and even certain scents like lavender can trigger the release of endorphins, your body's natural opioids. A study in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences found that social laughter boosts pain tolerance by releasing feel-good chemicals in the brain. Spending time in the sun while protecting your skin can raise vitamin D levels, which are linked to reduced musculoskeletal pain. Sometimes the best medicine really is joy, connection, and light, things no pharmacy can bottle. Conclusion. So what's safest for older adults? Tylenol, Advil, or aspirin? The answer is, it depends on you. Tylenol can be safest for those with heart concerns, but risky for the liver. Advil and Aleve work well for inflammation, but carry stomach and kidney risks. Aspirin may still be useful for certain heart patients, but is no longer recommended for daily prevention in most healthy adults over 60. Topical options and lifestyle changes can give you powerful pain relief with fewer side effects, and sometimes no side effects at all. Pain may be part of aging, but suffering doesn't have to be. By knowing your options and using them wisely, you can protect your health, your independence, and your joy in the years ahead. If you find this video helpful, please don't forget to like and leave a comment. It really encourages us and also signals to YouTube that our content is valuable. We create videos like this to help you live a healthier life. A lot of research went into making this video to ensure you get accurate and beneficial information. While we couldn't include every detail in the video, all the research sources are linked in the description below for those who want to explore further.